Okay, I think that's it. Sorry, I'm bumping the counter and I don't like it. All right. Ooh, first try. That never happens anymore. We know too much. Welcome to Books We Never Read.
Except for those we have.
I'm Jason.
I'm Nicole.
And today is going to be our second discussion for The Will of the Many by James Islington.
Well done.
Did I say it the way you like?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I tried.
Very good. So if you have not read through chapter 30...
I think it's 6. Yeah, that sounds right.
I mean, you can stay. We're not going to force you to go. But we are going to spoil everything for you. So if you haven't read this far, go ahead and pause the video and get caught up on your reading. Unless you like spoilers, in which case, by all means. We are available on YouTube Music as a podcast, in case you want to hear us and not see us. But why wouldn't you want to see us? And we're on Instagram, so that you can send us memes. We're basically not on Instagram, but we are on Fable, and we're tracking our notes in Fable, you know, for funsies. And I had another thing I wanted to say. Oh, if this is not the book for you, that's okay. We have tons of other books playlisted for you in the playlist section of our channel. Lots of books, all kinds of stuff.
Yep. I like how, I don't know if you guys watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. And always, like, one of the first things people say is like and subscribe, and then they say watch until the end so that you can see like my biggest tip for like whatever, right? That's what people say. I think we're probably the only YouTube channel where we start and we're like, hey, if you haven't read, you should stop watching us. That's why we have no viewers, is because we tell them not to.
We do have viewers.
You're right. We have our favorite viewers, but that's why we don't have more, because we tell them.
I'm just being honest with y'all. It's just probably not enjoyable to listen to us yap about these books if you haven't read them. We're happy for you to hang out.
Yeah.
We're a welcoming space.
What I would suggest, if you haven't read this book, is to mute us and just continue to watch us.
Give us the views.
Yeah. Anyway, somebody's saying they lost the feed. Uh-oh. It's still running on our end. Okay, good.
Is it back?
Yes.
Okay.
It seems to be back. All right.
Why can't I see the chat?
All right. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, if you have not read this book, you should not watch this episode, because there was a lot of stuff that happened in this reading, and I had a lot of fun.
Popped off.
Gooed
up.
I know that the club is very excited that we took 4 weeks to read this, but boy, am I salty about it.
God, I'm not.
It was so hard for me to put this down and not keep going. So hard.
Well, good.
I'm really enjoying it. Peggy was saying that this is better than Red Rising, and I think I agree. I feel like, we were saying like this is very quotable, and I agree with that. And like there's kind of like the same sort of like philosophical questions that sort of happen between here and Red Rising about like, power and control and things like that. But I feel like the writing on this is just like a step above, sort of. So,
yeah. I feel like it's very similar to Red Rising.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, like, things happen and I'm like, yeah, this happened in Red Rising too. So
I'm just waiting for everybody to like put on their big heavy armor and like hit Mars or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the difference, is there's like space travel. And...
Yeah, so like I guess this isn't like really sci-fi yet. It's not really fantasy either. I mean, I guess it's fantasy because it's not our world.
And there is a system of like magic. How does this work? Like through psychic energy or what? Like I've got your will now?
Yeah.
What does it mean when there's a wall that was like will cut?
Yeah.
How?
Well,
like,
so I
they
guess
just looked at it real hard and they're like...
I guess it's in the same way that you pop a guy's brain, right?
So is it psychic energy? How does that work?
Yeah, I guess it's not really clear yet. But one of the things that Shelby was talking about on Fable was just about like the mass carnage of this episode, and so that was
nasty.
I mean, that was huge. I'm not even sure it was my favorite part, honestly, because I think going to like the ruins was my favorite part. Like that was the big reveal for me.
That just sent me back to Mexican Gothic.
Yeah, yes. Yes. But I really like that like horror aspect. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's psychic energy. It's not really. You have to go to the Aurora Columni or whatever, right, to be able to seed at all. I think is the case.
Is that where he got whipped?
Yes, because he wouldn't go. But so it seems to be that you have to go to this place that we have not seen yet to be able to be part of this will seeding situation. I meant to talk about this last week and I forgot, but like if you are a like hardcore fantasy fan and you want to read some good fantasy from many, many years ago, there's a series called The Rune Lords, and I can't remember who wrote it. I think I have 2 or 3 of them in here. I'll find them later. But in the Rune Lords, the way it works is like if you need to feed your family, but like you have nothing going on, I can brand you with like a strength rune, and then brand me with the strength rune, and I get your strength, and then you're just like a paraplegic for like the rest of your life because I have like taken your strength, and then I like pay you for it. Is the theory? But you could also use slaves and other things like they do here. But I could also brand you with like a sight rune.
Now you see what I see?
No, now you have no sight. You're blind.
Did you have double vision?
I have double vision. And so the whole
Right.
point of the Rune Lord series is that basically you have these like lords who are covered in brands, and they have the strength of 200 people, and they have the sight of 30, and like whatever, right? And that's kind of the deal. And it reminds me a lot of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so look, do we just want to like hop straight into the mass carnage?
Well, and I had a question. Oh, okay. So about the mass carnage thing. Okay, y'all need to know. I enjoy this while I'm reading it, but at no point during the week am I like, I've got to get back to this book. It's not doing it for me.
That's fine.
I like it while I'm
That's
reading
fine.
it, and I'm like engaged and whatever. But there are a lot of things that are said, and I'm just like, who is that? I don't know, and then we just move on.
Well, sometimes we don't know.
So, who's mad at Vis because his own sister died?
That is, he's a third class student, if I'm not mistaken.
Why do we care?
So we care because he like comes from a powerful family. Like honestly, we don't care. But he's the one who put Aiden up to fighting
Kaladin.
Calidus, yeah. And then Vis got involved. But basically, like that guy, his name's Ito. Basically, that guy's just gonna like make it hell for.
So he's just mad that Vis is celebrated as a hero, even though a bajillion people died anyway.
Yes.
Okay, got
pretty
it.
much. I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Got it.
And we've only been told that by other characters,
right?
And so, like, I mean, it could be that he's mad that he didn't get to do it or something. You know, I don't know. But yeah, so we meet Melior, who I guess I've seen Shelby call his real name Vec. I honestly didn't remember that part, but Melior, right? He's the leader of the Anguis.
Oh, he's the guy that did the.
Yeah, we go and like stomp around in the sewers with him and the lady we met before.
Okay. Aqua.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Aqua or something. Yeah. And they try to recruit Vis. He basically says no. But this seems to like have been the plan all along, right? And then Melior just like pops up out there and starts blowing people up.
And apparently they were real close.
Yeah, he was like an advisor.
In the before times.
Yeah.
It gave me Dune vibes, like him.
Like Duncan Idaho.
Yeah.
Look, I thought that scene was really cool. I like what Vis did. There was clearly some plan to like make sure Vis lived because of this like obsidian wand they gave him, or stylus. Let's be honest, they gave him a wand. All right, they gave him a wand,
and that protected him.
Yeah, I guess that's what I think we're led to believe, that that's what protects him. But anyway, I really hate any story, or like I hate when stories do this, where they're like, the only way for us to do this improbable thing is for somebody to like choose to die. And so like for Melior to go out there and just like sacrifice himself and then like hope that this plan will work really bugs me. And I don't like that. And so if it's just like, well, Melior knew he'd become this monster and he was going to do this terrible thing, and so he wanted to die so that he didn't have to like cope with the guilt of it, I'm way more okay with that. But also, like, come on, man.
I don't know that Melior planned to die. I think that because Vis came back,
Mm-hmm.
it seemed to me like he went ahead and did it to make it look like Vis killed him and not that Vis was involved in this situation.
Yeah,
I
guess,
think it was a
maybe.
change of plan.
I don't know. I think he like wanted it. Like I think somehow he thought that this would happen, which is the improbable part for me. Like I think he sat there and waited for Vis. I don't know. I'm not sure.
There's a lot to say
Yeah.
in the chat.
What does the
Hang
group
on.
think about what Melior is up to? Smellior.
Smellior.
Now that he's been in those sewers. So one thing, while the chat is answering that question, one thing that Shelby said on Fable was that she thought that maybe Melior had like multiple versions of himself.
Why?
Well, like she thought that like almost that it was like a projection. And Shelby, you can correct me if I'm getting this wrong. I tried to read it right before the show, but like, and so now that she said that, I remember thinking the same thing too. Like I thought that Vis was going to get there, grab Melior, and it was going to be like a projection, right? Yeah, not really him. But like they found him. He died.
I mean, yeah, he like slung him over the side and sloshed him into the pit.
But so like my complaints about like major characters choosing to die for improbable things will be fixed if for some reason he's not really dead.
Well, why would this be an improbable thing for him to die over?
Well,
He just killed 50 billion people.
Well, but so like they seem to be putting a lot of faith in Vis for something. We don't really know what they want Vis to do. Right? Like they want him to get into the school. They want him to become the top of the class. I mean, like that's a lot to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're just like, oh, okay, well, what if I let him kill me so that he's a hero? And then maybe he has a better chance of getting to the top of the class, and then maybe has a better chance of getting a good job, so that maybe he helps us even though he keeps telling me he doesn't want to. That's worth dying over. No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't think that Vis coming back was part of the plan.
But so then why'd they give him the wand?
So he could get out safely and not get splatted.
Yeah. Blood magic.
I don't know. This is weird. It felt like Melior was a port key.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
He took him to that place with the pyramids or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and then that sketchy doctor shows up and shows him a picture of the pyramid. So this is something that like people know about.
Yeah.
Which means it's like a place. Like it's a place. So like, what if Melior was there, right? Like that's what I kept thinking was going to happen, because I thought he was like, whenever they start describing that pyramid, I was like, oh, okay, and then we're gonna see like Melior walk down the pyramid or something and be like, surprise, you're at my house or whatever, right? I don't know.
Yeah, so there's definitely something going on there, and we have heard nothing about that since then because he's at school now and can't learn anything more about weird magic.
Yeah, and so I guess we are about to run into Okiskor again. So like maybe he will have wife. More. Yeah, that's true. I am looking forward to meeting the wife. They keep building her up as like maybe something that can give us answers, you know. Yeah. I mean, like, it could be some vision. Like, I don't. What if the pyramid is some necessary part of the? I mean, because the magic seems to be technological to me. It seems like like if you have to go through the Aurora Columni to be able to use the magic or to seed the magic, then like is this pyramid a part of that situation? And I think there's a part where they mentioned that like this might have been the weapon that Catan attacked Vis's homeland for. Right? Like there was some hint about a weapon, and his father had a weapon. Yes. Oh yeah, okay. So Melior keeps saying that Vis's family was being destroyed because of what they know, and so maybe this like power is what they know.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Also, that thrum sound, like if ever they make a TV show of this, which I think would be fantastic, um, I feel like the thrum would be like the like photon bomb from um, the Boba Fett show. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, there's this bomb that's very famous for like sounding fantastic. Like, it just sounds really good. Yeah. All right. So Shelby, the Green Pit was the ruins with all the blind people with the spears through their chests. And so, like, yeah, they did hear a thrum sound there. Then, okay, so then this is okay. Let's talk about this. A message starts playing that says something like Odenchum is closed.
That happened at the...
That's at the ruins.
Yes, at the
Yeah, sorry, I'm
ruins.
switching over to the ruins now because I think these things are tied together. It says Odenchum is closed. Synchronous is dangerous or
Yeah,
is
let me pull
betrayed
that
or something
up.
like that. Yeah.
Let me pull it up.
Um,
And it said it 52 times.
52 times. Yeah.
I mean, it just...
Well, but this is my point about talking about like what if like the projection of Melior is there is a literal projection in this scene in the ruins, and it's a projection of the island where the school is, and there's 3 islands, but they're all slightly different, which means they're maybe different times, or maybe it's plans for like how to work on the island or something like that. Synchronous is death.
Yeah, Obitium is lost. Do not open the gate. Synchronous is death.
So what's
Obitium.
Obitium.
Obitium is lost. Do not open the gate. Synchronous is death.
See, and synchronous immediately makes me think of like AI. I really want AI to show up in here. It's just who I am.
I read to escape reality.
Yes.
And from, that whole ruin situation, we know that Principalis knows all that's there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he knows. And I'm the comments about like the way the bodies look leads me to think that like this is fresh and he did that.
And they're not dead. They're just naked and being used for something.
It's almost like one of the sappers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with them being blind, like having their eyes out or whatever, makes him wonder if that's what happened to his trainer.
Yes.
And she just doesn't remember anything.
Which would explain why the brother, Kylum or whatever, thinks that she's dead. Because she's like impaled on something somewhere with no eyeballs.
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And didn't his little secret message to his brother that Papa Telemus, he didn't realize that it was coded.
Yes.
And he threw him away. But wasn't this message part of that?
Yes. It's I remember it saying the words Odenchum and maybe synchronous, but definitely Obitium. Yeah.
Do not open the gate. Yeah, there's a lot to...
Okay, so what's the gate?
A lot to figure out. Is that what...
Is it like a gate to this power?
Yeah, like is that the pyramid thing? Is that what they're seeing? Is that where the port key took the vision, you know?
So one of the... We listened to this a lot in the car after our last show last week. And one of the comments I remember making to you was in all of Brandon Sanderson's like Cosmere novels, you have like the physical plane where all the stories take place. And then you have sort of like this mental plane, the cognitive plane. And then I think there's a spiritual plane, but I'm not sure you ever go there. But so like in the cognitive realm, there are things that correlate to like everything here. And so part of me was thinking like, what if this, the pyramid thing feels like a cognitive realm thing, right? And so like if the question is like, how does magic work? What if seeding somehow means that like your spirit person goes and like gloms onto somebody else's spirit person in like this other world, or I don't know, like something like that. Like, is this pyramid thing and this gate thing something about the way that the magic works or something? And that would tie it into Melior and all the power and everything.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, so Peggy's saying maybe that's what caused the cataclysm. Someone opened the door. Yeah, maybe. I mean, like what if this is like some, like, I don't know, like now I'm thinking of the Doom series, and like in Doom they keep opening holes to basically hell, and demons keep coming out, but they're like trying to harness some kind of power. You know, it's like, what if that's what this is? Like, what if it's some sort of like demon power? And what we have now is like bad, but it's some weaker version because the ancients managed to close the gate and save the world, or like something like that. And then we open it up and we get reinvaded. Because look, I mean, this ruins with like people stabbed and their eyes not being there. That seems demonic, right? Or like, I mean, like, it seems like a summoning ritual if ever I've seen one.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And the fact that like they're not dead, or they are dead, but their bodies are,
It's like the sapper.
receivers of communications. Like,
So that's the weird thing, right? Like
they're like little radios.
Yeah.
I don't like
So like,
it.
and like, why? Like, okay, because like a sapper sends energy, I guess, right, to somebody. I guess. And so like, I guess I'm thinking of these things in the ruins as doing the same thing, like maybe just like a more barbaric or ancient version of it or something. But you're right, like they are receiving energy, they are giving a message. And so like, why do you need all these people? Like they said there was hundreds, I think.
In the ruins?
Yes.
Oh, I thought there were like 5.
No. Like so at one point he said he like looked up the wall and there were green lights like all around, like hundreds of green lights in these little alcoves. And so I thought that maybe that meant that they were all full of people. But like, why if they're a radio, why do you need hundreds? Why not just one? Or why do you need 5? Why not just one?
What's the maps? I don't know. And then there's the like inscription, and trying to become God, they created him.
Yes, that was the other thing that made me think about AI. In trying to become God, they created him. Interesting.
I love that he's become buddies with big redheaded boy.
Iden.
How fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got a good little team going on.
Yeah. They're great together in the maze. And then the fact that they can speak their own language, and that little snotty Professor Snape.
Yeah.
Character.
Not Snape.
Yeah, not Snape. Can't understand it. What are you guys talking about? That went on for so
It did go on for so
long.
Yeah, that scene was a bit much. But yeah, so, and like now I'm interested in what are they going to do to get around that guy? And like, what a dumb system to like just have your teacher only be the like subjectively be the person to decide if you get through or not. It's ridiculous.
Lame.
Them doing the maze was cool.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Yeah. I wasn't sure I would like enjoy that scene, but it was good.
Enjoy it like on a show or whatever?
No, just like reading it. Like I was just like, because I still think I get the whole concept of like, well, finesse is what you need to use will, blah, 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 whatever. Like, okay. I think this is like a dumb way to do it. This maze thing, right? Like you could come up with all sorts of other tests that don't involve maze
I don't
running.
understand what this has to do with will.
Yes, I don't either.
Yeah.
And but we have now discovered that maybe it doesn't. Because you'll remember on his way down to the green room, there was all that like sketchy writing all over the walls. And somehow he just like discovers that it's all plans for how to build the labyrinth. And the gauntlet and stuff. I don't know if you remember that, but it was like writing all the way down.
Like, which came first?
Yeah.
The labyrinth or the writings in the temple or in the ruins.
And so if this is like if this is some sort of like prototype technology situation or something, I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry, excuse me.
Maybe the gate is locked. What if like somehow running the maze like a certain number of times and successfully doing it or something unlocks the gate? I know that sounds stupid, but like there's this Arthur C. Clarke, I think it's Arthur C. Clarke story where these monks they get a computer. This is like in the 80s, so it was a bad computer, but they somehow decided that there was like a billion names of God, and they were trying to figure out what, and they were using this computer using their own language to type out all the names of God, and they had figured that it would take them like a million years to do it, but once computers came, they were like, oh, this will take us like 3 years. And so this team goes up there, installs a computer in this monastery. It starts spitting out these names or whatever. And the day before it's supposed to end, they go back down to their plane, and they're about to get on the plane. And the whole point is that like once we name God in every way, the world will end. And they were like, this is weird. We don't want to be a part of this. We're going to leave. But as they get back to their plane, the stars start to wink out. And that's where the story ends. It's like 3 pages long. It's not very long
it's
at
a
all.
little short story.
But what if
But
that's some sort
running
of
the labyrinth changes the status of the gate?
yeah.
The gate is open or shut.
Or what if all the pieces of the labyrinth are like a key, right? It's like a puzzle to solve it or something. Yeah. I don't know.
How interesting. And would that be why code is okay, but not another language, which is really just
I think that's just I think that's not
Code.
Snape being a jerk.
language is code? That's so dumb.
It is dumb.
And the fact that the other teachers weren't like, that's BS. Like, how did they not call him out on that? That's so stupid. You check him. That boy's out of control.
Yeah.
And then why do those little girls care? That did you really run the labyrinth in X amount of time? Yeah, but they were disqualified, so it doesn't count. You know, for your own pride, that counts. You know that you have been outdone.
Nah, but they have made it so it doesn't count. It's just a cognitive dissonance.
But if you care enough to go ask them,
yeah, sure,
then it counts. These kids. And then they're all BFFs in the little train ride home. Stop.
Well,
out in the real world.
Yeah, we don't have to have all this. Yeah, I'm a little worried about his like not girlfriend that helped him muck out the stables.
Yeah.
I think she's a spy.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, like that ain't real.
Interesting.
I mean, she could just be like angling to get get married to like a powerful person up and coming, something like that. You know, I don't know, right? But
Well, I just
it
took
could be
her.
an alliance situation.
I just took her reasoning at face value.
Just like I want to be friends.
He stood up for Calidus, and she felt bad that the whole thing happened. And
oh man, I don't think these people are raised to think like that.
yeah. Okay, so Calidus gave us a whole bunch of information that he's not supposed to have, but because Daddy has the information, he has the information, and it's about like numbers and how many wills are seeding to the. What was I supposed to get out of that?
Yeah, so
I blacked out.
I'm not 100% sure. I think you fell asleep around there.
Well, I came back.
Yeah.
I went back and read it. I did fall asleep in the car.
So kind of his point is that like not just anybody can ascend this pyramid. They are careful to make sure the number of people who like go to school are going to replace the number of people who die or retire.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's carefully curated, and there's like so there's no bloat, I guess. But so that's part of the scandal is that like, oh no, it's not just based on merit. There's gatekeeping to be had. But the other part of it is that he did the math and there's like not enough octavi in the world to support like however many septimi and like all this other stuff, or like one of the levels is like out of whack. And I think it was octavi. Maybe there's a bunch of octavi. And then it doesn't quite add up to like the number of sexes.
So that power's being so it's being diverted elsewhere?
Maybe that.
Okay.
Or maybe that some people are being ceded more power than... That's kind of where I hadn't thought of that. That's very good.
I just wasn't sure what the summary of that conversation was and what I was supposed to
I'm
understand.
not sure what we were supposed to get out of it either. I thought maybe he was saying that some people are more powerful than we are led to believe because they're getting more will than, and like I suppose you could in theory have like somebody who's like a Sextus and is getting additional power, but just like chooses for some reason to continue to keep the title of Sextus, like fly under the radar. Right? Like he's not going to be the top guy, but he's like down here somewhere.
A very powerful bottom guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like we just got a lot of like pieces, but we don't have like the shape of the puzzle yet. Like we don't know even where the pieces go.
Right. Yeah.
That curve ain't curving.
Yeah. Oh, that okay. So Shelby brings up another point that like kind of there's this issue now that like there's nobody else to conquer, and so like military is trying to figure out like what their place in the world is, and that is kind of interesting.
But so far, it sounds like everyone likes it. Everyone likes the book.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time. I just really like the way the story is being told. Like we are told things without explanation, but we're always given enough later on to like piece it together. And so we're not just like given this story over and over and over again. I mean, it really is being done like a puzzle, and that's just a lot more fun for me. So yeah, like this thing about the population graph, like that's gonna come back. You know, we still have never seen the Aurora Columni, but at some point, like we will, and then like at some point we'll be like, ah, wow, okay, that's what that is, right?
Yeah. Did they call this thing a labyrinth or a maze?
I think they call it a labyrinth.
What's the difference between a labyrinth and a maze?
A labyrinth holds a monster. Right? I don't know. Is that the answer?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, as far as I know, labyrinth is the little game where it is a maze, but there's also holes, and you have to like move these knobs to get your ball all the way around. And so you're not just figuring out the maze, but you're also having to figure out how to stay around these holes that'll drop your ball down to the bottom and start you over.
Right.
A maze is just flat, you know, just a maze.
Get through it, yeah. But so like in my mind, a labyrinth is what is built to hold the Minotaur.
Right.
It holds a monster.
And this has enough, you know, Roman and Greek and whatever references.
Okay, so that's interesting. So like, what if this holds a monster, synchronous or? Well, I mean, like I don't know what that means, but like the thing about like the way that the labyrinth or the maze, whatever it's called, instructions are written in the tunnel down to the old ruin. It really makes me think that like somebody was panicking, right? Like it was almost as if it was written in his own blood, you know, like it was like sketchy and like just I have to get this into writing as fast as possible, sort of, because the closer you get to the actual ruin, the more like it makes sense and like the clearer the words were. That was the way it was described.
Obitium is a mysterious place, usually referenced alongside Res and Lucium.
Well, we've never heard those words yet.
Lucium. Lucium is a mysterious place, usually referenced alongside Res and Obitium. Give you two guesses on what Res is. Probably a mysterious place, often referenced alongside Obitium and Lucium. All right. Well played, Islington. What was the other word? What was the other word? Synchronous.
Yeah.
I'm looking in the glossary. Just trying to use my resources.
Yeah.
Synchronous is not in the glossary.
But yeah, Shelby and Peggy, his nickname Catanicus is just sort of being like, it'd be like naming somebody like America.
Yeah.
Or something, I guess, right?
Who gets called Catanicus?
This does.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's just sort of like an honor.
Yeah. Captain America.
Yeah. But yeah, I also say Katniss, and I also think of Catan every time.
Oh yeah, I've been calling everything Catan. Settlers of. Isn't that what the
Mm-hmm.
game is? So I guess we'll see the festival soon. Do you
Yeah.
think... Okay, so I do have this kind of concern in the back of my mind that at any point here, Papa Telemus is going to say, you're doing a crappy job, and just send him to the sappers. Do you think, as far as being there for a couple of weeks, that... What is his name? Telemus. This has gotten enough information to please Papa. Do you think he's found anything that Papa doesn't already know?
Yes.
How?
I don't think that dude knows about the eyeball people.
How do those kids not know that that's there?
Because they're all locked up in the gate, and like you gotta go over the fence and cut your arm open and do all kinds of dumb stuff to get out there. And there's wolves or whatever.
If there is any guaranteed way for kids to find out about something, put a gate around it.
Well, there's a gate around the school, not a gate around
They cannot resist.
Yeah. Well, so then the other thing too is that like there might be will alarms. There might still be will alarms that he's triggered.
Oh yeah, yeah.
See, I don't know, but
yeah, what an idiot leaving his blood there.
Yeah.
I feel like they could figure out whose blood that is.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, they're like, obviously someone with a hand injury. I'm sorry, the next day you cut your hand on a knife. Prince Apollos totally knows.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's like, check at the 3rd years.
Yeah.
And the 6th.
Yeah.
I mean, he already knows.
I really do like the Prince Apollos character. Like, I'm very torn on what to think about him.
Don't trust him.
If he's slamming people into like obsidian spears and blowing their eyeballs out, like, okay, he's the bad guy. I'm on board.
But before he does it, he's like, buddy, how are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
You having a good day?
He's slick. He's real slick.
You're having a good day. Yeah, just like pairing him up with Calidus. I mean, he knew what he was doing, and Calidus even told Vis.
Yeah.
He totally knew what he was doing when he buddied you up with me.
Mm-hmm.
And Vis catches himself, because, you know, with Vis, we get, here's the conversation, here's a real quick peek into Vis's assessment of the situation, here's the conversation, here's Vis's assessment. Like, it goes back and forth really quick. Anytime he's talking to Prince Apollos, he's like, he's trying to get me to open up. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
He's trying to get me to let my guard down. I'm not going to do it. But I really love talking to this guy, and I really love being around him. And he's so charismatic, and he's so, like, he is recognizing that this guy is a smooth talker.
Yeah. Well, and I also like that he's brought in Aiden and just like told him everything basically. It's like
he did not tell him though part of the scary part, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I think he said like I went out,
but he didn't tell him about the bodies and the.
But I agree with like his reasoning for doing it. Like it's smart because now he's like implicated. He might have told him about the bodies.
I feel like
he told him a bunch of stuff because he thought that.
Let us know.
He thought that if Aiden told anybody, they would have to kill Aiden too. Like that's why he went ahead and said it all. Like now Aiden has to keep the secret out of self-preservation.
Interesting. Yeah. Like I said, I lose the plot pretty easily in this book.
But the next one comes out in like 2 weeks.
Which means that'd be my turn to pick.
Maybe it'll turn around for you. Maybe it won't, and that's okay. Yeah.
I don't dislike it.
Yeah.
I'm engaged when I know what's going on, but I'm very easily let it go if I don't know what's going on. I'm not flipping back and be like, hold on, who is that?
Yeah.
I'm just like, y'all tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, who's tired today?
That's bad. They're talking about this festival for the dead or whatever. I really like the description of the necropolis as they're like flying in.
Oh,
and like I like that is something I would love to see in a show, right? Just like mausoleums all over the place, sort of like built into the mountains.
Yeah, that is where we left
really cool.
off. Was them flying into the city of the dead.
Yeah.
Neat. And poor Calidus had to stay home. Stay at school, I mean.
Yep.
And so, yeah, is his dad really shaming him? Or are they just kind of playing a role right now?
Yeah.
What's that about? Do we trust Calidus?
I don't trust anybody right now. I don't trust anybody at all. So Shelby just said she thinks there's 3 different worlds happening. This goes along with what you just read off the back of the book about 3 different places, right? I'm just pointing out threes. And then that makes me think of the 3 projections of the island.
Yep. And the weird doctor
Oh,
showed
yeah.
him 3 images. He
Oh,
only
yeah.
recognized 1.
Yeah. Interesting.
So that must be what this is. Obitium must be like the pyramid one or one of the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we totally are working across. This makes me think of his
Dark Material?
Yes.
Ah, yeah. Interesting. Yes. Yes. Interesting. Well, so in that one, dust comes through holes in other worlds, and that could be like Will, I guess. But so then are we staying in the same world and we're just like seeing glimpses of other things, or do we have reason to think that we're being told this story but in 3 different worlds?
Ooh.
I don't think that's happening.
I
I'm just
don't
asking.
think that's happening.
Okay, I'm just asking.
But, maybe that stylus, his stylus protected him from being affected by this magic outside of the world. Maybe there's like these styli that help move parts of one world to the other.
Interesting.
I don't know.
So Shelby and Peggy are again talking about the labyrinth, and what if that's like the portal to another world? And that's kind of what I was saying earlier about the gate. I didn't have this idea about 3 worlds or whatever. But yeah, I mean, that kind of goes along with this gate concept, and it all ties together. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, now I gotta go read.
What if Camior isn't dead? Who's Camior?
That's
Hang on. Let me go to my glossary.
This is Ulquiscor's brother.
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the question. Like, what actually happened there?
Yeah. I had the same thought, I think, last week. Like, it doesn't ever tell us if anybody ever saw his body or anything. I mean, like, what if we find that dude and he's stuck up on a spike or something? What if he's in another world, for all I know?
Mm-hmm. I totally think he's up in one of the other places.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, his little name ain't even showing up here.
Interesting. It definitely starts with a C. I just don't know.
Oh, Care. Seor.
Seor, yeah.
Carer.
Eeyore.
Searoar. Brother to Ulquisor.
Yeah.
Killed during the Iudicium at the Academy several years ago. What's Iudicium?
Don't know.
The final test at the Academy for Class 3 students used to determine their rankings.
Interesting.
Iudicium. A lot of hard C's.
Yeah. The Romans didn't really like do S's.
Soft C?
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Do you think at any point Lannister, is that her name?
Yeah.
How did that one? Well, Lannister. No, I still wasn't right. You know what I'm talking about. Do you think at any point she's going to get her memories back?
No.
Do you think at any point? So I'm assuming if she has lost her sight, someone else has gained it, or they lose their sight so they can see somewhere else. You know what I mean? Do you think at any point that's going to be like reactivated or something, and she's going to see what she's supposed to be seeing?
No, I kind of like this original idea where she got spiked. Now she has no eyes. That's it.
Do you think that Prince Apollos saw that she had made it that far and then just rescued her from the situation real quick so that she didn't become one of them?
So
they said they were all 3 best friends.
Yeah, and there's also a hint that whenever the Prince Apollos brings her back, he thought she was dead. Like, he did not bring her back to save her. He brought her back thinking she was dead. So, like, I mean, so what if they find this ruin down there? Principalis wants to open the gate or see what it is, or I don't know, because I have no idea what's going on down there. But he takes her and sticks her up on one of these spikes. Seal freaks out. Oh my God, we've spiked this person. She's dead. Look at her. She has no eyes.
When he was like in love with her.
Yeah. I still don't think Searor jumps off the cliff. I think Principalis kills him, right? Gives him that level 11 hug. Then probably pulls that girl off the spike and brings her back. Because, like, you can't leave her there. Because, like, how'd she get there, right? And brings her back in some way as, like, evidence of the attack. But then she's okay. And I think he was, like, shocked that she was okay. And very happy that she didn't have her memories and all that. But I feel like somebody told us that.
And so this would have all happened, like, while Principalis was at school there.
Yeah.
So what were they doing, fiddling around in the ruins? Why... People know that it's there. I don't understand how this thing can be so close but still be a secret from anybody.
Well, not anybody's just allowed on the island. They have like a will wall or something.
So somehow Principalis, while he was a student, was in league with someone who was like, okay, well, you're going to figure this thing out and we're going to make sure that you become the Principalis of the school so you can continue this thing.
No, I don't think so. I think somehow I think people knew the ruins were out there. Somehow Principalis finds this thing down there. So first off, the labyrinth is new, right? This is not something that like Olkiskor did when he was there. It is relatively new. It's like since the Principalis has started his job there.
Well, how did they know about it then?
From the tunnel. Because Lannistia does it. So we have to think about this too.
Olkiskor's a little bit older.
Yes.
Than they
So
are.
Olkiskor's like 26 or something, right? Like he's super young.
Yeah.
He's like 26 years old. Searor is his younger brother. Vis is 17. So somewhere in like the 9 years between Vis going to school and Olkiskor going to school, Searor goes to school. And Lannistia, I guess, right?
How did Principalis become Principalis at the age of like 18? What is this? These are children leading
but
children.
So like I mean, like, and I could be getting my ages wrong. It doesn't matter, right? But the point is like there's not a lot of time here. What I think happened is Principalis is off exploring on this island or wherever in the ruins, discovers something, finagles his way to become Principalis so that he can continue with his like underground research or whatever. Now it's possible that he is working in league with the rest of
like the weird doctor.
The rest of religion. That's possible.
Do you think that weird doctor was from religion?
The
weird doctor that showed
maybe
the 3 pictures?
He said that he worked for somebody in Olkiskor's chain of command. And nobody has questioned that so far.
Yeah, but no one knew who he was.
Yeah, that's true.
That guy, y'all need positive proof of ID. This is ridiculous. Code words, y'all need something better.
Yeah.
This is wild. Anyone can just bust up anywhere, use and they will. We need better security. Yeah. Kid's gonna fiddle. Yes, Viz needs an invincibility cloak.
100%. And like a Marauders map so we can watch what Principalis is doing. You know what's funny is that he could actually do that. Or like Olkiskor could. Any will user, I guess, could imbue a coin or something, give it to, and like that's the concern is that Principalis might have done something to like Vis's clothing, I think was one of the concerns at one point. That's a Marauders map. Changed my mind.
Well, yeah. I'm on board. Wow.
Peggy says, here's my ID. It's a rock. Pretty much. One of the other things I'm wondering is like, is will like is that like a finite resource? Can you like use it all up? Or is it just like it's seeded to you and now you have it? Like I'm kind of interested in like the...
Oh yeah, like if I'm giving you my will.
Yeah, like what's the economics of this?
Like you need to like...
Yeah.
go chill for a while, or you'll just like dry me out like a little raisin.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that's yucky. I don't like any of that.
Look, we've almost gone for an hour.
Well, we have a lot of questions. I don't know if I'm done asking. But yeah, like if I don't know. I feel pretty zapped often anyways. I'm not literally giving my will to anyone, but I feel like I run out of will and no one else is taking it. I'm using it just myself.
If I were in college reading this, I would absolutely write a paper about sappers and wage slavery or something. I would totally do that.
Yeah. Totally killing my will, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just a lot going on. Well, we still have 2 more sections to read, 2 more meetings. Where do y'all think we're going next? Do you think he's going to finish out the school year, the 3 trimesters?
I think he will. I think he's going to be Domitor or whatever.
What is that?
Top of the class.
Right.
So
how's he going to get past not Snape?
I don't know, but I have a feeling that will happen soon. I think he's going to get... So the whole point is, like, the reason everybody's in class 3 is because class 3 is the top. And then it's this final test that that positions you, that some people will go to 2, and then one person goes to Domitor to be 1. So there is a class 1 and there is a class 2. But it's the final test of class 3 that determines who falls into those.
But he can't even get out of 6.
True. But he will.
Well, and I guess he's understood something new after his conversation with Calidus. That this isn't about your ability. And it's not about merit. So maybe he's learned to play the game a little bit differently.
Yeah. What if we find out that the professor in charge of class 6 knew Vis's mother and was in love with her?
Always.
And so he's giving him a hard time to make sure that he's ready for classes 5, 4, and 3.
Well, that's not why I gave him a hard time. He gave him a hard time because he hated him.
I'm making it a little different. Well, so look, let's go ahead and cut it off here, I guess.
Yeah,
we can go read. We do still have 2 more weeks of this, so we got a long time before we have to make up a decision about whether or not we want to go with the sequel or not. And honestly...
Yeah, but I have to announce it next week.
I suppose it's true. So this better be a good one. And if you don't pick it, that's okay.
Is it really going to be out? Yeah, it'll be out. Will we have
double-check it.
access to it?
We'll
I guess
double-check
is
it.
the question.
I don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes when these books be hitting too hard on reality, I'm like, why am I reading this? It's like reading the news. Not here for it. I'm trying to escape.
Yep.
I'm trying to have a good time. It's just stressing me out. Do you think he's going to go back to the ruins?
Yeah.
Why?
I think Principalis is going to take him there.
Ooh. Why?
I don't know. You just asked me, so I had to make something up. I think he's going to bring him there, maybe try to turn him to his side or try to chuck him up on one of those spears. Something like that. So something like that.
Do you think there's going to become a love interest?
Yeah, probably. I don't know who, but yeah, probably.
Okay. Do you think by our next reading, either Aiden, who we like, or Cadmius, who we like, are going to die?
Yes.
Ooh. Care to venture which one, or you just want to keep it a general yes?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Do you think... Okay, at this Festival of the Dead, are we going to have another attack from the
No.
other people? The
Anguis.
Anguis?
No.
No, they're going to lay low for a little bit?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm done.
I need to go.
Bye. Happy reading.
We will see you guys next week for chapters 37 through something. I can't remember, but it is on the Fable now. So
18. Like there's 18.
yeah, it's 18. It's 18 chapters. So.
37 plus 18.
See ya. Bye.